You must keep going and cannot afford to quit. Leaving behind all that hard work will put an end to you. Can't give up now. This is as far as you've ever come. And giving up now would not be a wise idea. It's hard. It's not supposed to be easy. And you just feel like it sometimes. And I understand. You get upset. You want to take your equipment and break it. You want to take things and just throw it out the window. You want to step on whatever it is and stomp it into a million tiny pieces. I understand. You get mad. You get upset. Don't waste your time like that, though, because it's not worth it. I know you want to tear some stuff up. I understand. Not getting the results you want. Things aren't looking like they're going to turn out how you want. You thought things were going to be one way, and then they turn out to be another way. That makes a person mad. It makes it worthless. It makes it seem like the work you're putting in doesn't mean anything. It makes it seem like the time and effort that you're putting in isn't getting you anywhere. And that right there alone makes a person want to just go do something else. It makes you want to quit because you don't see it being worthwhile for you. It makes you want to continue on with something different. You don't want to keep picking this thing back up because it doesn't seem beneficial. It's upsetting to you when you're trying your best and it's not working out the way you'd hope. Things aren't turning out the way you want them to. Makes you mad. Makes you want to just say, forget it. Why keep going? Like, for real, just like, why keep going? It's working out for this person. It's working out for that person. Why is it not working out for me? Why am I not able to get what I want? How come I'm the only one who seems like they're having problems with it? How come it seems like I'm failing? I don't want to be a failure. I don't want to suck. I don't want to be garbage at what I do. I'm supposed to be great at what I do. I'm supposed to just be able to pick this up, do it, and not have any problems. Just like it looks like it works out for everybody else. It's supposed to work out for me. I don't see anybody else going through what I'm going through. They don't suck. They're not garbage. They got what they want. They're getting what they want. They're getting the results they need for themselves. Everything seems to be going right for them. Why me? That's how I feel sometimes. It's good to be honest with yourself. It's good to keep it real with you. But in the midst of all that, you don't have any business giving up. You don't have any time to stay there. You don't have any time to quit. You only have time to move forward and keep going. No matter how bad you want to. If you want this bad enough, you'll push yourself and you'll find it within yourself to override all the negative thinking, all those negative thoughts. Because you'll see what you're doing as what you're supposed to do. You'll be able to see why it's worthwhile for you. You'll be able to see why you shouldn't just throw it all away. Sometimes you're up and sometimes you're down. And you just have to accept that. That's a part of it, a huge part of it. That's an overlooked part of it. Things are going well, things are going good. Things are going to stay that way. And then the turbulence comes. Pilots, even when they have to land because a storm gets so bad, they can't continue flying. The flight just gets delayed. Sometimes the flight gets delayed. Sometimes we get delayed. Sometimes your blessing gets delayed. You may not be doing what's right. You may not have the right amount of effort being put in, even though you feel like you're doing it. You feel like you're doing it. You feel like you deserve it. Feel like good things are supposed to be happening to you and for you. Where's your good at? Where's my good at? Your good is on the other side of not giving up. That's where your good is at. That's where your gold is at. It's on the other side of not giving up. Even when a pilot faces turbulence, even when the storm comes, and it was just a nice sunshiny day. A couple clouds, sun was shining, blue sky. It was just beautiful out. Here comes the storm. Even sometimes a flight attendant has to delay the flight. But you know what they do? They wait. They wait for the storm to be over. And then, once that storm hasn't come to stay, that storm has come to pass. That storm has come to pass. Once that storm is out of the way, that pilot hopped on the little intercom. They tell everybody to get back on the plane. They all board back on the plane, and that pilot gets back in that cockpit. That pilot turns on that engine. They hit that runway. Even if it's gray skies, even if it still doesn't look that good out, as long as that storm's passed, that pilot hops back in that plane and starts that engine, and they take back off, and they take back out into the open air. They take flight. They don't give up. They don't send the people home. They don't tell you that we're not going to take you to your destination just because a little storm or just because a big storm. When things get bad and your good gets delayed, you don't get your good as soon as you want. You don't get to your destination as soon as you want. You don't get what you want as soon as you would like to. You don't stop just because it doesn't make you feel good, just because it makes you feel like you want to quit, just because you feel like, oh, I should be getting this, I should be getting that. Where's mine at? You keep going. It is hard, but that's what builds character. If it was easy, everybody would do it. If it was easy, everybody would do it. If you could do it and pick it up and be great at it and get what you want out of it every time, everybody would do it. If it wasn't hard or difficult or made you have to dig deep and find out who you really are when things get hard, when things get difficult, when things aren't easy for you, when you're not getting what you want. You still got to perform. You still got to do that. You still got to find something within you to keep going. That's who you really are. And that's what character is. And that's how character gets developed. You got to find out who you are sometimes. When everything is good, you think you know who you are. When things are going well, you think you know yourself. Oh, oh yeah. You think you know yourself when everything is going good. When everything is happening the way you want it to, you think you know yourself. You don't know yourself until things start to not look so good. Until those tests start to come. And you might not even had the time to study for this one. You might not even be prepared for this one. But the test is not going anywhere. Most tests in life you're not prepared for. That's the test. How are you going to handle this? How are you going to make sure that even if you don't come out on top, you still come out on top through experience? The more you learn, the more you earn. Maybe you're not getting what you want right now. Maybe things aren't working out for you right now. But that experience is going to be your golden ticket. That experience is going to be what you need to get to the next level. You don't know how things are going to work out for you in the long run. Just like that picture that we've all seen on the internet. That person that gets this close to a big old diamond in the dirt size of an elephant. This much dirt left until the diamond, the elephant-sized diamond. And they just throw the shovel behind them and say, forget it. And then the next person comes along. Are you really going to put in all the work that you put in and let the next person come along and get all the hard work, get the value and the benefit and the effort and the jewels from all the time that you've put in? You're going to stop now when you're this close, you don't even see it, you don't even know it. It's always behind the turbulence. Even when a pilot can't land, the storm might be too bad that they have to keep going. They may not be able to see where they can land at. It might be no place to land. They might not be near it. In the movies, what do they always show you? What do they always show you in the movies? Right after the terrible storm, when they make it through that, what's behind all that? The sun, clear skies, the gray, dark clouds turn back to white. You see the blue sky again. Everything seems calm and serene and peaceful. But they had to get through that storm first. Sometimes we get accustomed to everything working out and going our way. Good times may not be here to stay as long as we want. The good may not be here to stay as long as we want, but it doesn't mean the bad is going to last forever. You have good and bad. Obviously, you have good and bad. Just because there's good doesn't mean there's not going to be some bad. Just because there's bad doesn't mean there's going to be some good. And when you get through enough of whatever it is you have to go through to get to where you want, it still may be the same level of bad. It still may be, it might even be worse. But the experience that you gain from it allows you to get through it a lot easier each and every time. No matter what's thrown your way, with the kingdom of God present in you, you can overcome whatever you have to endure. And that's what you're accessing when you don't give up on yourself. You have so much greatness in you and so much good in you and so much amazing things in you that you have to offer. Throwing that all away would be foolish. Just like that person that walked away from that elephant-sized diamond, you'd be a fool to not keep digging. Sometimes you have to keep digging. When you're going through something, you can't just see what's on the surface and up. There's nothing there. What's beneath that? What's on the other side of that? It's not just what's about on the surface level. It's about digging deep. It's about what's underneath all that. It's about looking past your problem. It's about looking past you not getting a result. It's about you looking past not getting what you want right in this particular moment. So what? You're not the only person not getting what they want. I know it's all about you. Oh, well, what they're getting doesn't do anything for me. I understand that. But you're not alone. And there are other successful people who you should think about when somebody tells you that you're not alone. Don't just think about all the other people who are out there not getting what they want. That's the problem. Well, you're not alone. That's the first thing that comes to mind. Now, I don't want to be in line with everybody else not getting what they want. What I look like, man? I'm getting it, man. I want to do good. I want to be in line with the people that are getting what they want. Not knowing that even people who have what they want still go through this. They still go through life. At once, before they were able to get to the level that you think they're at and it's all good, they were where you were at. Trying to make things happen, trying to make things work. But the difference between other people who never get it and them is they kept going when it seemed like things weren't going to work out. Even when things don't seem like they're going to work out, you have to keep going. It's going to be hard. It's not going to be easy. It's not supposed to be. And I know that's easier said than done, but wait till you go through some stuff. And I'm not speaking bad on anybody. That's just life. It happens. But you have to have certain things to say to yourself to keep your mind focused. When everything is all good and everything is straight, the little sayings, they sound good, but they really mean something to you when you have to find your why. You have to find a reason to stay focused. A saying like, when the going gets tough, the tough gets going. It's cliche. We've heard it a lot. But you go through something and you feel like you want to give up. And you say that to yourself. And it'll bring you some clarity. It'll make you look at yourself differently. It'll make you see yourself the way you're supposed to see yourself. Living is not for weaklings. People that give up, they don't keep going, no matter how tough they are. There's some tough people that have given up. But the true tough people, they keep going when things get hard. When the going gets tough, the tough get going. You got to get going, regardless of how tough the situation is, regardless of how hard the situation is. No matter how bad things are looking, no matter how serious the situation is. I've been trying and it's just not working. I've been doing my best and I'm not getting the result I want. I've been trying to make this thing work and it's just not going. I don't see myself. I don't see it. That's the problem. You don't see it. You have to see it, even when it's difficult to see it. You got to look beneath the surface. What's beneath the surface is everything that you're looking for and more. You got to look beneath the surface. You got to keep looking until you see it. If you can't see it, you're not looking hard enough. Les Brown said when life gets hard, you got to do it hard. That sounds cool until hard times come and then you actually got to do it hard. But the sayings like that will keep you focused. Sayings like that will keep you in a position to where you're not going to give up. Once you have the right things to refresh your mind, to re-energize your spirit, you're not going to look at it like this isn't working out for me. You're just going to see it as this is just what I got to go through to get what I want. This is just one particular moment in time. This is just something that's just happening right now. If I can get past this part, if I can get past this point, who knows what's to come? Then your optimism starts coming back. Your feel-good energy starts coming back. You're not being so hard on yourself. If you're going to be hard on something, be hard. If you're going to be hard on yourself to keep going, not to make yourself quit. Be hard on yourself because you know it's more in you. Be hard on yourself because you know there's something in you that you shouldn't quit on, something that you shouldn't give up on. That's what you be hard on yourself for. You be hard on yourself because sooner or later you know that you're going to make it. Not because you in a downward spiral and take it out on yourself because you're not getting what you want momentarily. You must keep going. It's a must. Some people have to. Some people think it's good. No, you must keep going. You must keep going is stronger than I have to do this. You must keep going. You can't afford to quit, leaving behind all that hard work. There's people that aren't even as working as hard as you, but they have found something within themselves that allowed them to keep going. You gonna let them be the only one to become successful? What happened to all that stuff that you saw on yourself? You can't see it anymore? All because of one little incident? All because you're not getting what you want right this second? You can't see all the great things that you saw in yourself, all the great things that you told yourself, all the great things that you said about yourself. You don't see it anymore? Stop lying to yourself. You see that and then some. It's going to happen because you make it happen. And you got to make it happen. That's how you come, and that's how you got to look at this thing. You got to make it happen. What else is there for you to do? This is it. This is it. There's nothing else that you saw yourself doing when things were working out. There's nothing else you saw yourself doing when everything was going your way. There's nothing you saw yourself doing. You didn't see yourself doing anything else when everything was working out. Why stop now? Just because a bump in the road. Just because you tripped, fell, and got bruised. Just because your ego's bruised. Oh, it's not working out for me. You got to keep going. You have to look within yourself and find the answers. Find out why things aren't working. Find out what the solution is. But if you give up, you'll never know. You get so caught up on the problem, you can't focus on the solution. Transfer the energy from the problem to the solution. Start transferring the energy of your mind from the problem to the solution. Be solution based, not problem oriented. You might be too problem oriented. You might not be able to see past the problem. You might be caught up on the problem. You might be caught up on getting caught up on problems instead of being caught up on the solution, getting caught up on the answer. An optimistic mindset will allow you to make it and get to where you want to get over people who have a pessimistic mindset. An optimistic mindset makes you strong. It makes you mentally tough, and that's all you need. When the going gets tough, the tough get going because they're mentally tough. They're telling things to themselves to make their mind stronger. They're telling things to themselves to strengthen themselves and their spirit so that they won't be weak and quit. And I know anybody watching my videos is not weak. And I know they're not going to quit. That's a weak word, quit. That's weak. And that's not who you are. Don't put an end to you. You must keep going. Hit that like button, hit that share button, and don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you in the next video. Shout out to the GCVs, Drew Nation, and the Galactic family. We out.